they are going to get into a party where it's going to accommodate all these people so that when they are going into negotiation, because already Rigiji has a party, Kalonzo Musyoka has a party. I get that. All those people in the coalition.
There's also DAP-K there with Eugene Wamalwa.
Eugene Wamalwa has a party. But I can assure you, in the next few weeks or months, Edwin Sifuna and Linda Mwananchi, they're going to unveil a party, a vehicle that will enable him drive to State House.
And that will be the party that Western Kenya will collectively adopt.
Yeah. But I can tell you from where I sit, and having been in this politics for a long time, I don't foresee, unless they are going to buy an already or acquire an already existing political party, I don't see Linda Mwananchi or any other party being registered. You know, there is a big process of registration of a political party. It never takes less than 1.5 years. So, unless that started 3 years ago, I don't see any political party now being registered before the next election. But that one you can come and ask me later when we convene here. So unless they acquire, like my friend, his explanation was making sense, that there is an Azimio, that the Linda Mwananchi can join in any other form, and there are those gaps that they can use to join. But coming with a new political party, which is going to be registered now, that will not happen.
No, but you see, Linda Mwananchi is not a party.
Yeah, it's not a party.
If Raila had ODM, he used ODM to get into Azimio.
Yes.
Edwin Sifuna, get my word, within a very short time, he's going to unveil a party, a vehicle that will help him. And let me tell you something. Out of 47 ODM branches, 35 are with Edwin Sifuna. Now you can imagine how many branches are remaining.
Out of?
Thank you. 47, out of 47.
Are you a member of the ODM?
Out of 47.
What he's saying is with Sifuna leaving with Hugh Chang,
of
the original ODM supporters. Then ODM,
of course,
they remain with only 12 branches.
What is left is cornered in Nyanza.
No, it's not about Nyanza.
It's about Nyanza. You used to be in Western Kenya. No, you are no longer there.
It's not about Nyanza. I'm on ODM in
Nairobi
as a political party, and I think why can my friend talk about his party, not ODM? You know, he cannot speak on behalf.
He's still a member of ODM.
Yeah, of course, as it is, there are still battles in court, and of course he has moved on. He's just in ODM by virtue of having been a secretary. But he moved on. That is why he's in Linda. You know, the truth be told, that Sifuna is charting his own political path. That is what is happening. And because he was in a very, very popular party, and that is what is driving him. And because he also worked as a secretary general, I know the secretary is the keeper of the documents and all things of the party. And I think that is why he has also very fast gained the ground. But I think what we are saying is that let Sifuna chart his own political path and the way he's doing. But it is also, it will not be good for him that he has moved from a cosmopolitan city like Nairobi, which has propelled him to that level. And now he is reducing himself to local politics in a village in Western. Because he has been seen as a national leader. When we look at most of the leaders that we have, like BAMBA, was in Nairobi and controlled the politics of Nairobi. We have Sifuna as our senator. You know, I voted for Sifuna twice. I voted for him when he lost in the 2017 elections. I also voted for him in 2022 election in Nairobi here. And he need not to identify only with a certain bloc, because that will make him lose some of his members, because he's considered that he is a member of a cosmopolitan city in Nairobi. So I don't know the mathematics that he's doing, but I'm yet to see how it works out in the next 2 months, what he's trying to do now. Because when he came to the platform, his platform basically was a national leader without a tribal affiliation. And that is what propelled him to where he is. But what is now coming out is that he wants to be, the Western now want to make him the kingpin of Western. And it makes me go back to St. Luke's, that the stone that you rejected now will form the cornerstone of that building. Because he had been rejected in Bungoma before. He came to Nairobi. We accepted him as Nairobi, as a national leader, and that is why he became a senator in Nairobi. So I want to see how these scenarios play in the next 2 months.
Let me just correct him. Raila was an MP for Kibera in Nairobi, but he used to go to Nyanza all over there. In fact, he used to be crowned as a Luo elder. What's wrong with it? You see, when you see, Sifuna is all over the country, but we cannot forget that